So there's a Fox News host who has essentially no sense of ethics or any kind of real dignity. She just goes really low, does really disgusting attacks. Sometimes you can they're borderline racist or bullying. Now you guys probably know Laura Ingraham. She's a complete moron, but recently she was not too long ago, kind of going around in the news because she had told LeBron James to not talk about politics and just dribble the ball. Now, this is, of course, something very stupid because it's extremely condescending. Number one, because you're just a complete idiot who knows nothing. Why should you, consider yourself to be the one to be able to talk only be the only one to be able to talk about politics, number one. But number two, everybody's supposed to participate in a democracy, and their positions are just as valid as yours are. In fact, I would say LeBron's are probably more valid than yours because you're a complete idiot. Now, I'm sure you guys know who David Hogg is. He's one of the Parkland shooting survivors who's become one of the faces of the March for Our Lives movement. He's a really awesome guy. Now, Laura Ingraham went after him in probably the most disgusting, stupid, and low way possible. Now, she basically tweeted out his grade point average and like a list of colleges that he got rejected from of some sort. And this is what I mean by it's like borderline bullying. So you're essentially making fun of a kid for having whatever GPA they have, whether it be low or whatever, and then them getting rejected from colleges because they support certain gun control measures that you are not in support of. So you're such a disgusting human being that essentially in a conversation of talking about the issue of guns and mass shootings, you're going to tweet out his GPA and the colleges that he got rejected from to shame him? That's just so embarrassing. And when you have to stoop that low for something, now it not only shows what kind of, how you are ethically or how you are, how much dignity you have or how much, kind of class you have or respectability, but it also, kind of dupes out your position because if that's what you're forced to do, it means you're losing. You're losing when you have to say, hey, look at this kid's grade point average. Look at the colleges he got rejected from. I'm going to make fun of this kid because he's on the opposite side of me when it comes to issues on guns. And again, this is not the first time. Like I said, when it came to LeBron James, you're trying to basically you're literally trying to silence someone, like literally. So she's a complete moron. Now, essentially what happened is, I guess David Hogg responded by listing off the advertisers for Laura Ingram's show and basically told people to try to boycott them. And I believe 3 of those advertisers pulled out. And so as those sponsors started to pull out, she actually had to issue an apology, and we've seen this happen quite a bit. Bill O'Reilly, the advertisers go away and now he's off. The advertisers and the sponsors are a huge thing to get rid of when it comes to taking these people down. Now, David Hogg's sister tweeted out this saying, hey, Laura Ingraham, please just be a real journalist. Focus on the important stories and use your platform to help people, not hurt them. So now, of course, please be a real journalist. That's a great comment. It's very important. Unfortunately, I don't think that that's going to happen. However, it is a correct request to have because not only is Laura Ingraham a complete moron and not really a real journalist. She's not even a journalist. She's not a journalist. To be fair, I'm not a journalist either. She's a commentator. So she's not a journalist, but you could say be a, commentator that's good, or you could say a better commentator, or you could say, a commentator with some dignity, with some ethics, any of that, you know what I mean? Any respect. Don't go after someone's GPA or where they got rejected from, especially when they're a kid. You're talking about a kid. I believe he's 17, maybe 18, I'm not sure. But you're going after them just because you're on the opposite side of a gun debate. That is absolutely embarrassing. Don't tell basketball players just to dribble the ball and not talk about politics because you think that you are somehow smarter, which you clearly are not. And when it comes to focusing on the important stories, you can talk about issues, but keep it to a reasonable, respectability level. Don't be fucking shaming people for their GPAs in an attempt to be able to obfuscate. And when it comes to the arguments, you're losing, and that's why you have to go dupe down to this type of, low level shit.